Baro is here at the Strata Relay, and he's going to be here until Sunday morning. So he, brand new this time, has a Archwing Articula. This is the first time that he has ever brought this around, first time it's existed in the game, and because it's an Articula, you can probably customize this with specific loadouts that you have saved, if you have any saved. So you can make this look like a certain Warframe, maybe make it look like a certain Archwing. I'm going to mess with this probably on stream later today. And that's cool. I'm happy that that's a thing. Nexus fur pattern that we have right here, which is for obviously your Kubros, but you can get a nice visual on that's what it looks like. I don't necessarily recommend buying this. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go over what we recommend buying at first. So at first, if you don't have Jolt, if you don't have Scorch, or really mods are the first thing that I recommend you buy. So of all the things that he has today, that's the first thing I recommend you get. The second thing I recommend you get, if you don't have it already, is the Prisma Veritux, because you can get Mastery Rank out of this, and the Prisma Scana, you can get Mastery Rank out of this. Now, these might be a good thing to maybe buy an extra one or two of these just to sell in trade chat, because the Scana is one of the weapons that gets an Arcane an Incarnate adapter with Deviri. So for the people that are running the Steel Path circuit, they're going to have an option to get this. Now, this already came around a week or two ago, so it'll be back around. I believe the Incarnate weapons are on like a 6-week cycle, so maybe in another 4 weeks approximately, this will come back, and you'll probably see more people looking for, you know, things like Ascana, Prisma Scana, whatever, in trade chat, and they'll probably be a lot easier to sell. So, as far as like what you should buy to invest in plat, either if you don't have this, get this for yourself, and if you want extras, you probably be able to sell this down the road. Jolt, definitely be able to sell. Scorch, you definitely be able to sell. Jolt, definitely. Scorch, as you can tell, I have 26 of these. What this tells me is this is farmable somewhere in the game. The Jolt, I know I bought extras of these. This is the only place that you can get this mod, is from Baro, so I do recommend you guys get this if you don't have it. You could pick up extras of these to sell. However, I don't necessarily feel like the amount of ducats might be worth the price that you're going to wind up selling this for. The prices fluctuate all the time on the market, but you can check that for whatever platform you're on. Personally, I don't try to sell too many of these. Like, I don't actually stock up on these because I feel like a lot of times I'm throwing away a lot of parts into ducats that I could be, instead of turning into ducats, just either selling those parts or using the ducats on other items, and it seems like that's more effective, but people do want this mod. It is a big deal. So if you are really struggling to make platinum, you could do it. It definitely sells in trade chat. But we also have Primed Expel Corpus, which is not bad overall. We have Primed Magazine Warp. This one is really, it's kind of, I want to say niche, because you don't want to throw this on just every single weapon you have. But there are certain weapons where it is useful to have. It's not the most important thing, and it is a lot of endo to level up. This isn't something I'd recommend newer players just go and throw all your endo into to basically level up and use. The Prisma arrows that we have here are not like the Valentine's Day arrows that Baro brings, where like you buy the arrows and then when you use them you don't have them anymore. Maybe it's not the Valentine's. There's a set of arrow set. Maybe it's not Valentine's Day, but there's a set of arrows that when you buy them and you use them, they run out. But this is a skin for your arrows, so this will never run out, and I like that. And I have this on some of my bows where I use this as my skin. But that's cool. We went over these two already. Next, we have the Sugatra that's here. It's just a cosmetic. It's really hard to see Sugatras. If we're looking for it right now, I still can't even tell where it is. It's supposed to be hanging off the melee weapon, and I can't even see the thing. I'm not even sure where it's. There it is. It's these things right here where my mouse is. It's like just hanging off of your melee. So it's just an extra little cosmetic you could use to decorate your melees up. We have the Katir Atmos mask for your operator. We have the Ampu staff skin. This is just a skin. We have the Prisma machete, which is not a skin. So this is, you get mastery rank out of this. If you don't have it already, it's not a bad thing to grab for mastery rank. We have Pack Leader Sigil, which is just a sigil. The Prisma Uru Sayandana, which it looks pretty cool. I've used this on frames before. I think it's a decent Sayandana. The way that it kind of has like the effects running around on it. Makes it look cool. You could put different color combinations to it, and it's a cool looking Cyandana. So we also have the Prisma Lotus Glyph, the Mantis Sidonia Skin, which is for the Mantis Orbiters, or the, you know, like the Mantis ships. We have the Prisma Lotus Emblem, the Flak Fighter Decoration, which is really just a decoration. You just hang this up in your ship. Don't really recommend that if you don't have extra ducats and you're not caring about decorating your ship, there's really no need to get that. It doesn't do anything other than just be a decoration. Same thing with these, the Deimos Jugulus Prex card and the Saxum Prex card. They're really just decorations. What you can do with these, though, and I've done this before on my ship. I could show you on stream where I have this. I use these as shelves, as kind of like that's how I use them as decoration. I turn them sideways, I make them flat, and I just put other things on top of them, so they look like shelves in my orbiter. So that's food for thought on there. It's definitely easier than buying a display and using a display as a shelf, because displays cost platinum. The chest plate here, the Katir chest plate, looks like this, and obviously can be colored. It doesn't actually have this shine on it. This shine is coming from the ephemera that my Gauss has. So just if you buy this after seeing it in this video, no, it's not gonna be glossy like you see it right here. That's the ephemera that I have on. It's gonna be the same thing with these other things I'm showing you. These won't actually be glossy, but this is what the leg armor looks like, the leg plates. And then for the shoulder plates right here, this is what they look like. Now, my Gauss just naturally has this, I forget what we call this, but the Katir diamond that's hanging off of this is not a part of the armor thing. This Katir diamond is another thing that you get from Baro. I believe he had it a week or two ago, so it's probably going to be another month or two before these wind up, probably at least another 3 months or longer before these come back. But I like them a lot. I think they're cool. I think every player should get them eventually. It's just cool looking flair that you can throw on your frame if you have the extra ducats. Feypath Ephemera right here is going to be all in black because of the colors that I'm using on Gauss at the moment, but you can still see it jumping up out of the ground. This is what the ephemera does. So if that interests you, it's just some cool flair that you could add to your frame. And then the Sands of Inaros blueprint we have right here. Sands of Inaros blueprint. This is for the Inaros quest. There's a fun thing that if I wind up, I know a lot of people probably, if you're newer, don't know this. If you are new, thanks for hanging. I mean, if you're not new, thanks for hanging out. I'm not going to talk about anything else that you probably don't already know, and I appreciate your faces for watching the video. But for everybody that is new, I'm going to Inaros. If we talk to Baro Katir as Inaros or Inaros Prime, there's going to be an extra thing that shows up to Baro. And it's gonna look like this. This is called Baro Void Signal. And basically what this is you want to buy, well, there's multiple ways to do this, but you can do this up to 5 times and get 5 different rewards when you complete it 5 times. So the rewards are gonna be just extra cosmetics that you can get, but ultimately I would recommend that if you have other friends that haven't done this yet, that each one of you buy this, because that'll save you all ducats and credits if each one of you is just buying one, and then you're going out and doing these missions. But you can, if you had the ability to do this, you could only buy one, I think, not one per time he's around here, but you could only use this yourself, I think, once per week. So if you have a group of 4 people that each have one of these, I may be wrong about this, but I remember this is how it was like years ago when I did this. You can do 1 per week, I think. So if you have 4 people that buy these, you can go and run 4 of these like in a single day. And as long as you're completing it, and all it really is Baro is a defense target and you're protecting him. So he's in the mission and you're just protecting him from 10 waves of defense. He's the target you got to make sure stays alive. It does turn into a pain in the butt sometimes when I was doing it. So just be prepared. Make sure you have good frames and you can handle the defense and protecting him and everything. Keep a watchful eye on him. But every time you complete it up to 5 times, you get rewards from doing this. And it's only 5 times. You can't get anything else. There's nothing extra to get after doing this more than 5 times. So that being said, It's just some cool extra thing to know about Baro, and you can do this anytime he comes around. As long as you go to him with an Inaros, you can grab one of these and basically pull these out. It does say that these are tradable, but I really don't ever see anybody trading these in. I don't think I've ever once seen anybody trade these in trade chat. I also don't know if people even know it exists. So I'm bringing that to your attention now. I mean, I know a lot of veterans know it exists. A lot of people that have played for a while know it exists, but I just don't see it in trade chat. So I wouldn't say just stock up on tons and tons of them. Anyway, again, Baro's on Strata Relay. That being said, hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll be live on Twitch, and hopefully I'll see you guys there.